Hello students, how is the online section of ISDS2000 doing? I hope you are moving forward and you have saved this weekend to work very hard on chapters 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and maybe even start to move a little forward into chapter 4. What do you think about that? Well, I wanted to touch base with you because it's been a little bit since we've touched base, and just, see where we should be and maybe make you feel more comfortable. Remember that in the orientation portion of the course, and that's when you go to content and you look at the very top part before chapter 1, I gave you a link to a schedule, and I'm looking at that schedule now. And it's a 5-page schedule because it tells you week by week where you should be. And it kind of assumes that you're following a Tuesday, Thursday pattern, and that's simply because I also teach on campus, and that class follows a Tuesday, Thursday schedule. So you can kind of think as if you were on campus, and that may help you stay on track a little better. Well, today is September the 9th, which means we are wrapping up week number 2 of the semester. And really what that means is that we should be finishing up chapter 3. Now, the first week of classes is filled with getting your financial aid, getting your textbook, and getting your access code set up. So if you finish chapters 1 and 2 and maybe you're just starting chapter 3, that's okay. Now, if you have not even started chapter 1, you're still waiting to get your access code, that kind of thing, then you might want to get a little bit worried, because remember, you've got the free 21-day trial where you can get in there and start working your homework assignments as well as access the ebook. So there's no excuse for waiting any longer. You need to get busy. Okay, so as I look into week number 3, things that I want to be finishing up are the learning project. I see that only 2 of your classmates, 2 folks in our online class, have submitted Learning Project 1. I encourage you to go to the Dropbox and pause to read the assignment information. You are going to have to use Excel, which is available in any public library or on any computer on our campus. But it's very step-by-step, and it'll help you learn to create graphs in Excel, which is what we're studying in these early chapters. So you want to work on that. And again, you want to be working on the Connect assignments, which are the most important thing. If you have a little bit of time, you feel like you're on pace, then maybe you want to look at the extra credit, which will also help you with your homework. Now, as I say, if you feel that you're on track or have a little time, I do monitor you online. I get this little report like this where I go out there, and you can't, this is not in color, but these are green bars, and that's good. But then as I further explore, I see that of our 20 registered users for our particular class section, we have 13 people who have completed Chapter 1, and hats off to those 13 people. That is exactly what you should be doing. Great job on that. Hopefully you've gotten your 85% or above. Chapter 2, big drop off. Half of that, so less than half. So 5 students have been working on Chapter 2, and I believe have their 85 or above. The average on Chapter 2 is a 95% at this particular point. And in Chapter 3, we have 1 really great student who is out there and working on Part 1 of Chapter 3. Excellent. That's what you should be doing. Okay, so if you have finished Chapter 1 and you're not one who has started the Chapter 2, you're not one of those students, I'm poking you with a sharp stick to say, let's get a move on. Let's get out there. Let's get working. The semester has started. Don't think that, oh, okay, well, I've registered and, now I can kind of rest. Quite the opposite. You need to hit that ground running. Get into Chapters 2 and especially into Chapter 3. Kudos to the one person who has started Chapter 3, but this is going to sneak up on you. Remember the analogy to the marathon. You cannot train for a marathon by simply running for 24 hours the day before the marathon. You have to do a little bit each day. If you don't, you're going to be overwhelmed, you're going to be exhausted, you're going to be tired, and you're going to say, this is too much work. Well, that's because it was never designed to be done in one weekend or on one night. You have to do a little every day. So poke, okay, get out there, start working, and congratulations to those folks who are doing it. You're doing a great job, and maybe you can relax a little bit this weekend, but your classmates have got to get out there. Actually, don't relax. Keep the momentum going. Charge, go forth, conquer. Okay, you can do it. Thanks so much.